Okay, we'll take some questions.
Yes, I have two questions, and actually one is a question, one's a comment. I think I see two flaws in your presentation, sir. Well, one thing you're saying that this is a fee, but it's being assessed in the form of a tax by virtue of being assessed on square footage of land. Why not, instead of, if there's going to be a fee structure for this kind of thing, why not make a fee based on relative water consumption and the relative linear fee of sewer provision from the city to any particular entity? That would make everything relatively equal rather than over stressing people that just have a lot of vacant land. So I think you're calling it a fee, but you're assessing it as if it's a property tax, the way you're doing it. That's a flaw in your argument. And the second one, your basic assumption is that if we don't do this today, that we're not going to do it for another 40 years, but you can offer a referendum on the ballot next time around to force the city to come up with a reasonable plan properly funded within 2 years and get that on the referendum and not have this rush thing put in front of us today. So those are my two comments and questions.
Okay, first response to that is it's completely in error in how the fee is charged. The charge is only against hard surface, impervious cover. So it is based on the amount of water that hits your rooftop, hits your driveway, and runs off into the system. If you have vacant land, there is no charge. All the green space around your church, there is no charge. The only charge is for your hard surface. That's why I said Norman's church is on about a 50-acre tract of land, and he has about 10 acres of hard surface. He pays on the hard surface. He doesn't pay on the open land. And it's easy to figure how those numbers would go in. From the standpoint of if somebody else would like to try to get a referendum to do something else, I'd say I've been around 40 years. I wish somebody else would have 20 years ago. I wish somebody else would have after 2003. All I've done is watched our streets and drainage systems get older and more deteriorated, our neighborhoods degrade, and people not want to come to Houston. When I came to Houston, Meyerland was brand new. Sharpstown was brand new. The Galleria was brand new. All the garden villas out next to Hobby Airport were brand new. Hobby Airport was closed. The airport fund rebuilt Hobby Airport, and all the facilities around Hobby Airport are trash. And we need to rebuild them, and we need to renew those neighborhoods. And that's what y'all are in the business of, having good neighbors, good programs, good people in your congregation. This will help that.
Okay. Bob, that answer is wrong. Okay, Ron, the question is this. This is a property tax. It is based on a square footage of owned property. Okay, and that's how it is assessed. And that's why I believe it's going to be $3.25 per impervious square foot at a minimum. Okay? Now,
wrong by a factor of 100.
No, it's not, Bob. You're absolutely right. Bob, we'll get through. You can have your own time. Okay? Because you have to raise $125 million. There's 9 million, no, excuse me, billion square feet in the county. So even, in the city. So even if you tax it all, including all the vacant land, that would still be $0.01 and 2 cents per square foot to get to 125. That's the facts. I'm not going to debate them anymore. Because you have to understand that this is a de facto property tax. And the legislature is not forcing this on the community. The community can vote it up or down. And I'm strongly suggesting that we should vote down any form of property tax on a church, a school, or a charity, or even, and in many cases, many of your parishioners or your congregants are over 65. They get a big break from the city of Houston on property taxes. They pay no tax on the county at $200,000 in value, and Prop 1 doesn't. It's going to make them pay full rate. And also, as Elizabeth was trying to say, the tax code is real specific. A user fee is not tax deductible, period. I don't care what anybody tells you. Property taxes are. Let's correct the record. But to generate $125 million, the fee, and I just got interviewed by Channel 13, they think the fee is $3 and 3 cents and a quarter per square foot because they checked the mayor's website. The problem with all this, and Mike knows this, Mike, have we had a public vote on this to set a fee at this point in
No,
time?
there's no program, no formula, no plan.
Right, have we had any public hearings on this where the public can understand what this is?
No.
All right, do you as a council member know what the priority of the project list is going to be?
No one knows.
Right, no one knows. Okay, this is a trial balloon that has been floated to basically generate more tax money, and we've got churches, schools, and charities in it. It's bad public policy. Vote no on November 2nd.